Good morning, my lovelies. Sunday blessings to you all. I'm just coming on to do my tarot and oracle review video. I'm just looking at my shirt. It's like, it isn't as bad as it looks, but it's really crimpled. It's because Oscar, sometimes when I put my clothes out on the bed, Oscar has a tendency when I'm in the shower to sometimes grab the clothes and like shake them about in his mouth, and like I got out of the shower this morning and he'd done that with this top, but I really love the colour of this top, so I wanted to kind of wear it. So apologies if it looks a bit scruffy, if I look a little bit like an unmade bed this morning. I promise you I have had a wash, I have got on and got on with my day and all the rest of it. Yeah, it's just a little bugger, unfortunately. The joys of being a dog owner, which I know some of you, and a Jack Russell dog owner, which I know that some of you guys will be able to understand. So I'm going to show you a really unusual, a really quirky deck this week, and it's not a tarot deck, it's more of an oracle slash inspirational deck, I suppose. It's a little kind of quirky one, but I really wanted to show it to you. And it's the Making Magick, Manifesting Your Dreams kind of oracle, and this is by Priestess Moon. So this is actually created from a witch, by a witch, kind of for you witches out there, or for any of you magical folk. And it just says on the back here, so it's a Rockpool Publishing's creation. Don't know if you can see that logo there, just try and bring that in a little bit more for you. And it just sort of says on the back, this 40 card mini deck features a combination of medieval amulets, Celtic charms, alchemic glyphs, I'm not sure if I said that right, and sigils, along with an explanation of how each symbol can help manifest your dreams. Now this is a great little deck to have for a couple of reasons. So the symbols in here, they're all witchcraft symbols basically, and they can be used in manifestation work, they can be used in various types of spell work or magic. I've used quite a lot of these already, and they're very, very powerful. So they give quite a good message, and just the symbols, you can draw these on your heart area, you can draw these on a piece of paper and place them in a room if there's a situation or a circumstance that you need a symbol to help you with. There's loads of uses, so we'll look at that a little bit more later. But I just think it's a really kind of cool little deck to show you, and it's a really kind of good deck because it's quite cheap, this one. I think it was like, what, about £10, if that. So it's not the most expensive, but it's a really handy little one to have. It's small and quirky, but it packs a punch, guys. Okay, so definitely one worth having, I feel, in the collection. Beautiful little box that it's in, beautiful kind of embossed gold, as you can see that there. Love that. And then it's got a magnetic top, and as we open it up, we've got a little bit more information of this, and it just says here how to use the cards. Use these cards to boost your spell work or carry a chosen card to achieve your goals. Lay out your cards, light a candle in front of you, and focus on the desired outcome for excellent results. So that's a very simple, very easy way to sort of work with these, but these are just beautiful. I really love them. So yeah, I'm just sort of checking and seeing what else it says, and just really on the bottom there it's got all the kind of copyright side of things, which we don't need to worry about too much. So stock quality of these, really good actually. These are really strong, really rigid. They are nice and thick, and they are lovely little dainty sort of size, a quirky little size, these ones. So this is the back of them. They've all got the same sort of symbol, as you can see. Beautiful kind of black with this beautiful kind of gold sort of finish, as you can sort of see that there. And then literally each card has one of the witch's symbols, or one of the symbols, and then you've got the sort of title of what it is, and then a very brief piece about it. So they're very basic in some ways, but very, very powerful in others. So they're not the most visually prettiest. This is a very practical kind of deck, but I've used it a lot actually, and it's been really, really helpful. I've actually used it quite a bit in my healing work, believe it or not. So sometimes when people come to me for healing, and if they've had kind of blockages or certain behaviours or things that have been happening that they're really unsure why that they are experiencing things, what I've sometimes actually done is ask them to pull a card, and it's really interesting what comes out, because very often these symbols relate to the block or the problem, or they've identified what an issue might be, and we've been able to kind of actually draw this symbol into their body, or used it in amongst the healing, to add power and add purpose. And in a lot of situations where I've done that, it's actually sort of stopped the block or the problem. So these are really, really powerful. I've also used these on a personal level for various things, like I said, within amongst some of my spell work. And on more than one occasion, they've, you know, they've cleared, or they've kind of unburdened me from a situation, we'll say, that maybe I've been kind of going through. So yeah, these are really, really cool, guys. Like I say, for any of you witches out there particularly, or magical folk, anybody that kind of deals in spell work, I think this is a must, because it's such a kind of cool little quirky deck. And like I say, on first glance it looks basic, but actually there's so much in here. So I will probably show you all of these, because then you can sort of see them for what they actually are. And like I say, they're not the most visually attractive, but they're not ugly. They're just a practical kind of deck. Some of these symbols, you might be looking at them thinking, oh my god, I'm not going to remember those. And that's the cool thing, you don't need to remember them. What you can also do, sometimes if you've got like an altar, you know, you can always pick a card and then you can actually place this upon your altar. I've done that, particularly when we recently kind of went through the change of Sabbath. It's sometimes nice to just pick a card to sort of, you know, give thanks or to ask for guidance of what's to come for this month. And that can be quite interesting, actually. So yeah, so like I say, I'm just going to show you all of these so then you can see them, because there is only 40, so it's just like, it's a small little deck, but it is powerful. And some of these symbols you might be looking at, some of them you probably have seen or have come across before in various things, and then there may be other symbols that maybe you haven't seen so freely or as much, but very, very sacred, very powerful. And for anybody that sort of, you know, believes in the ancient power, you know, definitely these are going to be for you. So just a couple more. You'll notice that we've got some of them were elements, so we've had quite a few of those. So those might be the ones that you recognise a bit more easily, a bit more freely. Okay. And for anyone that has kind of grimoires or books of shadows, again, you might have come across some of these in those, or you may have actually drawn these in your sort of, you know, grimoires or your books of shadows. Very often, again, they can add value, they can add purpose in magic. Right, okay. So we've got a couple more. So just want to make sure you can see all of these, just to really give us everything. I really like this one. I don't know why, it's just really quirky. It just makes me smile, that one. Okay, couple more. And this is the last one, so that is your lot. So like I say, the practical, it's one of those decks, it does what it says on the tin, really. Okay. So as ever, these are gonna be a bit hard to shuffle because they're quite small and quite dainty. I'm not sure how shuffling them is going to be, but we'll see. So as ever, I'm going to ask what we need to know about for this Sunday, Easter Sunday, of course, for those of you that sort of celebrate that. Oops, right, so we're just going to sort of see what we want to know about, what we need to know about for this Sunday, and also this will run through for the week ahead. Now I will say, because I am struggling to shuffle these, now I've put my intentions into them, what I'm actually going to do is lay these out, and I'm just going to sort of pull one out, because I think, because they glide so much easier over a sort of smooth surface. See if I can just show you those kind of glided out there. Oh, is that going to work? Is that going to show me? You can just about sort of see those, hopefully. Hopefully you kind of could. So I'm just going to sort of pick one out at random, which will be our message for the week ahead and for this Sunday. So I'm literally just placing my hands over like this, and I'm just going to sort of see where I feel kind of guided to. This one's coming out. The festival, okay, interesting, as obviously we've got the festivities of Easter Sunday, creates an energetic blueprint for a fantastic party or event. Fabulous, I'm up for a bit of that. So this is the symbol. I don't know if you can sort of see that too well. It's quite a sort of complicated symbol, but that's something you could draw, and you could place that in a room, you could place it on an altar, you could even draw this on your heart center if you wanted to, in a room, on the floor. There's so many ways and things you could do. Some people draw this with like salts, if you've got like sort of salts that you like to use within your sort of spellcraft work. But to me, the festival, it just says here, creates an energetic blueprint for a fantastic party or event. And I think for a lot of people, they are actually celebrating being able to have people in their gardens again and start to actually socialise again. So types of party are actually coming back into the world. So maybe that today and for this week ahead, some of you are going to be having like barbecues and celebrations and opportunities to just get together. And I think that's really what this is. It's like party time. Party time through magic is almost what I feel with this, you know. So really go out there, really enjoy those experiences. For those of you that have got gardens, you could maybe draw this. I don't know, maybe if you've got like pebbles in your garden, you could almost kind of create that there if you wanted to. But I just think great party and festival times, you know, happy times to be had. So I like that. That's a really nice, it wasn't what I was expecting at all, but kind of nice to actually come out and to have that, particularly with the festivities of Easter Sunday, because I know a lot of people are doing Easter egg hunts and things of this nature. I would say you could maybe make this out of chocolate Easter eggs, but if you're anything like me, you'd be eating that before it's even finished, because I am a little bit of a sucker for anything chocolate related. But I'm going to leave that with you. I hope it resonates and makes sense. This is, for me, a 10 deck. It's very different, like I say, to anything I've shown you before. It's a working deck. So it's not going to be the most beautiful. It's not going to be the most special in terms of its visual presence. But it's a working deck. It's great. It does what it sort of says on the tin. And sometimes that's what you need. You need those sort of working decks to help you. So a great little one to sort of carry with you. This would be a great one if you're sort of traveling a lot and you want to sort of take something magical with you. You could use it for personal kind of magic where you're traveling around, as and when we're allowed to do that again. If you're on business, I could see it working really well with those things. If you're having a little holiday and you just need a backup deck, this would be lovely to have. So many uses. So it is the magic making kind of oracle, and it's produced by Priestess Moon. So do go and check it out. I think that there is a follow-up deck to this, which is like an actual bigger oracle deck. I've not got that yet, but I'm looking into purchasing that. So I'll try and show that to you at some point as well. We're going to leave this with you. Definitely a 10 deck, definitely worth having in the collection. Check it out, guys. You won't be disappointed. So I'm going to leave that there. Have a fabulous Easter Sunday and a magical week ahead. Much love and blessings. Catch you all soon. Bye.